Side effects of listening to the Backslash podcast may include nausea, ruffling, and uncontrollable drooling while scrolling on Reddit. Enjoy.
Welcome back to another episode of the Backslash podcast. I am your host, Spenceroni, here with my co-host, Spenny, the sticker licker, Magoo.
I mean, they just look so tantalizing. I'm not one who judges other people, so I don't think anyone should judge me for my sticker licking, okay? It was an orange sticker. God forbid I see if it tastes like an orange, okay? I mean, I don't think that's so crazy.
You scratch them, they wouldn't make them smell that way if you weren't supposed to. What? They smell like fresh fruit. You scratch them, they smell good. I'm supposed to lick them. I thought that was part of the deal.
Right. Is it not scratch and taste? Are we like drawing the line at scratch and taste? I mean... Oh,
next you're gonna tell me I can't look at the damn thing. Jeez.
God, yeah. This sticker economy we're in, man, it's crazy.
So, welcome everybody to episode 4. Oh my God, sorry. Dear Lord. Just ate a burger and drank a little Coca-Cola, and we're just hanging and vibing tonight.
We're vibing. Do you want to let us know how the burger was? You're just gonna like bring up the burger and not bring up the taste, bro?
The mouthfeel, impeccable. Flavor, immaculate. Texture, also known as mouthfeel, like I mentioned earlier, still pretty good. I just used a different word to try to sound fancy, but very tasty. The char broil was absolutely fantastic. I did find a little dead ant in my lettuce. It was a little bit off-putting, but, you know, a little extra protein never hurt nobody.
Ain't never hurt nobody, as I always say.
Anywho.
Sounds good, dude.
Yeah, it was dank. So welcome to episode 4. The whole episode is just into us interjecting with more bits with each other, and you just keep being like, anyway, welcome to episode 4.
You didn't bring up the Coke, bro? Like, how was that aftertaste of that Coke?
Why, the bubbles and carbonation inside of the Coke was absolutely exquisite. When I felt it upon my... Just like...
Yeah, just like, never start. Guys, okay, so that's all the time we have for episode 4. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Backslash podcast.
We'll catch you next time. Imagine that was, yeah.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. If that was our entire show.
I think we've been doing this for like 2 minutes at this point.
Amazing. Well, anyway, guys, welcome to episode 4. We're hanging out today. We have a bit of a new experiment that we were thinking about trying out here on the pod.
Yeah.
So long story short, much like a lot of other people have done on different kind of pods, a lot of people have done reaction content and not doing face into the camera when somebody does, you know, reacting to some crazy, you know, TikToks and stuff like that. We're not talking about that, but reading posts online, specifically on Reddit, is one of the places that people often go. And we thought, you know, we already do a repetitive format in Let's Plays and rip off other people's styles. Why not continue into our podcast?
Yeah, why stop there, man? Yeah, let's keep it going.
If you can't beat them, emulate them. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be picking a article that I've picked out for you to read from r/am I the asshole. And we're going to read through it, and we're kind of just going to chat and, you know, discuss and see who we think the asshole is.
Are they the asshole? Let's find out. I have not read this post yet. You have pre-selected one, so I don't really know the contents of it. So I'm excited to dig into this.
Absolutely. So I sent that to you in the chat, and then I think a fun little twist that we'll throw on this, right, is let's have you read this because you're a very talented voice actor. But
thank you.
How about this? Let's give you a little bit of a challenge here. How about we have you read this in a specific voice?
I would love that, man. That's like right up my alley. Guys, I don't know if you've watched our show, but we like to do voices on the show. Go watch our whole catalog. Anywho, no, just real quick, watch the whole. But
watch, they go to one of our Let's Play videos, and it's like, guys, welcome to episode 1 of Wario World. We're doing a thing, and we just keep doing the same thing where we keep doing bits, and then just like, anyway, welcome to episode 1.
It's like the same thing, yeah. Oh, it's so funny. But
Anyway,
dude, yes, let me pull up this Am I the Asshole article. So what's the voice, dude? That being said, what's the voice?
Ooh, goodness. Well, wait a minute. I probably actually should have thought about this, shouldn't I? That would have been the wise thing to do. How about we do how about we do your best Danny DeVito impression? Can you do that?
I might be able to do that. It probably won't be 1-to-1, but it'll be like, okay, yeah, I could see that.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah, man.
How about that?
I'm down. Yeah, it'll be an It's an experiment in a few ways here. What we're doing. So, all right.
There we go.
Am I the asshole for telling my 17-year-old brother to never touch my Xbox again, and that I'm deleting his profile?
Dude, already fucking crushing it.
All right, thanks, man. All right, let's see what's happening here.
Also, wait, pause. Sorry. I'm totally gonna interrupt you.
You're good. I got one word.
Anyway, guys, welcome to episode 4. Just gotta get that in there.
Oh,
No,
thank God you said
I was gonna say that for this story, now that you're doing Danny DeVito and you're doing such a good job, I'm gonna be picturing Danny DeVito as this guy and then Charlie Day as the brother. Like from Always Sunny for this whole story.
Yes, I will too now. That's so funny.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Go for it, bro.
All right. Where was I? I, 28 male, have younger brother, 17 male, who constantly asks me for favors. Money, rides, help with errands, you name it. And I usually come through. I don't mind helping. I care about my family, and I try to show up when someone needs me. But when I ask him for something in return, even something simple, it's always on his terms, if it ever happens at all. Today, I took him up to pick up a package, and I asked him to wash the outside of my car as a favor in return. Not a deep clean, just a quick rinse and wipe. We get home, and instead of following through, he lies in bed, then goes to watch a movie with our older brother. No mention of helping, no effort, just pure laziness. What a whore! No, I couldn't help it. This isn't a one-off. It's a pattern. He takes and takes, and the moment anything is asked of him, it's suddenly too much, too inconvenient, or just flat out ignored. So I told him, don't touch my Xbox again. Get your own. I'm deleting your profile. He tried to act offended, but I didn't back down. To me, this isn't about trading favors. It's about integrity. If you expect others to be there for you, you should carry yourself with enough honor to return the effort when it matters, even when it's inconvenient. So Reddit, am I the asshole for cutting him off from something I paid for and maintained after he repeatedly showed no regard for my time, help, or expectations?
Well, thank you, our special guest, Danny DeVito.
No problem. I'll see myself out. Did he just like toot? Did he just like let out a stinky toot on his way out, dude?
Dude, it kind of smells bad. It's kind of like a rude way to gonna crop dust people on the exit.
I let him into my house. Is Danny DeVito the asshole? Let us know in the comments, guys.
Okay, bro.
Dude, okay.
Let's dive in, man.
Let's dissect this. Okay, so his younger brother is not really contributing much. He's, the older brother asked him favors, and he's being nice by letting him use his Xbox. He's like, there's a 10-year age difference here.
Right. Yeah, so. Absolutely. And it sounds like, this brother is definitely, the younger one is definitely taking advantage. I mean, and whether it's conscious or not, they're definitely taking advantage of the generosity. Well, and here's something I'll throw out there too. There's two sides to every story. Who's the narrator here?
Right.
I wonder if this brother has actually done nice things, but maybe it's from this guy's perspective. So maybe we're not getting the full context, but for the intents and purposes of this, we probably kind of do have to trust the narrator, I suppose.
Right, if it's really what he's saying, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I think, yeah, I mean, if you're not going to contribute anything like that, you know, why should, if the younger brother isn't going to contribute anything like that, why should they get extra perks like using, you know, their Xbox, I guess. I guess I understand the idea. Well, so sorry, I'm rambling.
No, you're good.
Here's a question for you. Do you think that going as far as deleting the profile is worth it? I understand saying, dude, you can't touch my Xbox, or you get limited time with my Xbox, or whatever. That's or whatever. But with all the, you know, I don't know if Xbox still has achievements. I assume they do. With all the hours clocked into games and stuff like that, you know, is going as far as deleting the profile, is that
too far, you think?
Right.
Dude, I think it might be a little bit. I think he could probably just cut him off for a while. Like, it is his Xbox. He could just be like, hey, just be upfront with like hey, you don't really ever do anything that I ask you to, or
right.
Just yeah, you never really do anything in return, and it's always like on his own terms. So like, I'm not gonna let you use my Xbox.
Right.
Rather, yeah, I don't know, deleting your profile. That does feel very permanent. Like if he's like built up anything on there.
Totally.
Yeah, that's a good point with the achievements, dude. Yeah, I think he's not the asshole for not letting him his brother touch his Xbox, but the deleting the profile tugs on collar.
Well, that also begs the question too, because I'm not really an Xbox head, and I don't really know
me either
what's new with this. But my question is like, if someone has a Microsoft like profile or whatever, like does all that kind of data and stuff get saved there, or does it get saved like on the hardware of the machine? Do you know what I mean? So like,
oh, good question. Yeah, because you do have to make a Microsoft profile, I'm pretty sure. That is just like associated with like a Microsoft email or like,
right.
Yeah, because when you got to play Minecraft on the Switch, they make you make one. That's all I know. That's the extent of my knowledge.
Yeah, totally. Right. So, I mean, because by that extent, you know, it's like, okay, that's more so saying like, go get your own Xbox versus being like, I'm deleting all of your progress you have already put into this thing. Like there's a difference between just drawing a boundary on the machine and then actively deteriorating and destroying their progress. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a total difference with that. That's where I draw the line. As a gamer,
as a gamer,
this is egregious. Oh man, yeah, no, that's pretty much my stance, man. I mean, I don't know. Like he could be putting in a little more effort. This younger brother.
Yeah, certainly. I think also I'll bring to the attention. It's like I took him to pick up a package, and I asked him to wash the outside of my car as a favor in return. Right, like that's not crazy. Not a deep clean, just a quick rinse and wipe. Which I will also say is exactly how I clean my asshole. Not a deep clean, just a quick rinse and wipe. But that's the thing though, right? Is like the fact that they couldn't even follow through on that. It's like that is pretty bad. I don't think that I would say, I think the older brother here is completely in the right for taking action. I think that there's been enough offenses from this younger brother to warrant that. I think the real question for me, whether or not this person's the asshole, is whether or not they're able to recover their stuff on the profile. I'll Google this real quick. If you want to give any final thoughts before we come to a conclusion here,
dude. Yeah, give that a quick Google because I'd be curious to know too. But I'm putting myself in the older brother's shoes right now, and like if I had a younger sibling that was kind of acting that way and just kind of freely using my Xbox because I'm being nice, I would be definitely annoyed. So I see where he's coming from. It's not like he's doing like something so awful. Like, wow, you do that to your own family. It's just kind of like, yeah, don't touch my Xbox and your profile is going to be gone. It's not like so grave, but it is like, I don't know. Losing progress on anything sucks, period.
Like, yeah, they're just setting a boundary.
Yeah, it's like a boundary, totally.
I also did a Google search, and according to Google AI overview, which, can't always be trusted, but it says no, deleting a profile from your Xbox only removes the account's association with that specific console. Your game licenses, progress, and other data are stored in the cloud associated with your Xbox Live account.
He is not the asshole.
I would say he is not the asshole. I think I would agree with you there.
Microsoft approved. A little check mark next to his name. He's good.
Achievement unlocked in the corner. It's like set personal boundary.
Oh, man.
Excellent, man.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was fun. New type of segment. I would give that maybe a 6 out of 10 in terms of execution.
Yeah. He kind of did a Danny DeVito impression the whole time. It was all right.
It's kind of a Danny DeVito, and they kind of just talked a little bit, kind of empty calories of a conversation, but it's fine. Anyway.
Guys, welcome to episode 4.
Guys, welcome to episode 4.
The perpetual beginning episode. Let's
call this episode New Beginnings.
Brilliant.
I think the other thing that we kind of wanted to cover and talk about today is the fact that the two of us released our very first original song and music video pretty recently on the channel.
Yeah, we did. And guys, we're happy with how it turned out. It was a lot of fun to make, and we were just kind of thinking we could give a little breakdown on what that process was, where it all began.
Where it all began, you see. But before we do that as well, and we can link it on the end card of this video, but if you haven't seen it already, do yourself a favor, pause this video, go check out the music video, and then come back and if YouTube didn't save your time code, then click through the video that's in a really annoying way on the timeline. So it's
episode
what?
4.
What? Yeah. Welcome back. And come back to this time code here, and then we can start chatting. Yeah. So I guess we'll dive right in, right? So we can kind of talk maybe a little bit about how the song came to be, and where it all kind of began. I think the two of us were hanging out on Discord one night, just chilling. And I think I came to you and I was like, dude, listen to this bass riff that I wrote. I feel like this could go in a pop punk song. And then I played what, didn't really change for the entirety of writing and producing the song.
Yeah.
The opening riff and kind of the, what would you call it? Because it's not it's like a post-chorus melody, but it's also the intro. I don't know what you would even call that.
We're talking just the riff you came up with, or the section
just
of
the
the
riff.
song? Yeah, I mean it's just like a riff, I would say. It's it definitely became the foundation of the song. We used it pretty much throughout. We came up with a different pre-chorus and chorus, but I think it was definitely where we started. Yeah, it was just one night. This was back in freaking either October we started writing it, or no, I think we maybe even earlier, because we finished the production in November. That's how long we've been sitting on that song, is November. I'm just trying to think exactly when you came to me with that. It was definitely in the fall.
Definitely in the fall. Let me actually, no, I don't have my phone with me. I was going to look up texts, but
yeah, and that's too, and I'm too much of an old man brain to figure out how to do that in a timely manner on top of us doing our podcast.
This thing?
Which one lets me access the messages?
How do I search for riffs?
One day technology will advance and we'll be able to search up riffs,
There we go.
Yeah. Yes, we were just chilling that night, and we just kind of started messing around with song ideas. We were thinking pop punk, thinking themes used in it, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I think it was literally just as blunt as what if it was a guy who wants to be a baby again, I think the pitch was you know how pop punk, they're always like, oh, like I don't want to grow up, like I just want to, like I want to stay young forever, or like that, like
Right.
across some songs. Like, what if a guy wanted to take that a step further,
Right.
and like become a baby?
Totally right. Taking a trope that's kind of been associated with the genre and going, okay, well, what if we, highly caricaturize this and turn it up to 11, where it's not just about a desire to be young again, but it's the desire to be as young as a person could possibly be, which is a baby.
Yeah.
And what a weird and silly thing to yearn for. And I think that was kind of the jumping off point, and we had that riff, and then we kind of just started writing the verses and all the different parts of it. And the crazy thing was, I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, I think we wrote basically the entire song, like lyrics and all, and chord progression, like
Melody.
in one night.
Yes. Yeah, we did. We pretty much did. I think there was like one revision we had for like some of the words, but it wasn't even anything like subject wise. It was just like, how can we make this idea flow a little better on this one line? Like, otherwise it's there. Yeah. That was one night we did that shit, dude.
It was crazy. It was a lot of fun. And it was, it was an interesting experience. For me, I don't know if you've had this experience or not, but like that was also, I think, my first time writing a song with someone over the internet. I typically write in person with people, but anyone who's a Backslash viewer knows that we actually, or a longtime Backslash viewer knows that we record in different states. We actually do the entire channel remote. So I was like, we were just kind of hanging, and it just naturally kind of happened, and it was really cool. To have, I was worried a little bit, like at the prospect of us working on music remote at first. I won't lie. I was kind of just like, is that going to have the same feel as vibing with someone in the same room and kind of like playing off the energy that way? But it didn't prove to be an issue for us at all.
Dude, no, it was very akin to how just we joke around on Backslash. As far as writing the song, it was very, I'd call it like that very 50-50 what we made, like as far as it was just very much back and forth, like making each other laugh with like different lines, like not like it was like a all in order type situation. This is not like the Queen like rock movie where it was like, wait, play that riff from, oh wait, what was that riff again? Like, what if it was like, "We Will Rock You"? Just like it wasn't like as like seamless. Like
I haven't seen that. Wait, pause there. Elaborate. So wait, what do they do in that movie? I haven't seen that.
Well, like there's this, like the one scene where they're like coming up with the song. It's very much like just like a streamlined way of like coming up with like "We Will Rock You." Basically, is like I have this idea for like a riff, and it was like.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it. I might be exaggerating a little bit.
And then one guy's like, "We will rock." What?
What are we gonna rock?
I got it. You.
Say that again.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that type of thing. But yeah, no, it was like we had like little bits here and there, and then like it just kind of we formed it, like put them into their place, each lyric, and yeah, it was crazy how quickly we wrote that. I don't know if I've ever like wrote a song with someone else in a night like that.
Yeah, no, crazy fast, right? And I think too the interesting and fun thing about writing comedic songs specifically, I have a history of writing silly songs. I love writing silly songs, and kind of and you could probably apply this to traditional songwriting as well, like non-comedy. But the thing that I find kind of interesting about it is like sometimes you can kind of actually you can start by thinking of a joke that you want to tell, and then you go from there and you go, okay, well, like here's the joke I want to tell. Like the joke I want to tell is, guy slips on a banana peel and bonks his head. Now, how do I do that with a melody and metering out syllables to convey that in a musical way? And I guess you could do a similar thing with traditional songwriting where you go like, well, I want to convey the fact that my narrator in my song, is feeling sad that they missed their girlfriend. And then you could kind of do it that way. But I feel like with joke with doing jokes, it's like not even easier, because I don't think it's easier, but it's almost like your goal or your mission is a little bit more clear. It's a little more um what's the word? I don't know. It feels, at least for me, it feels a little more natural to like, it's almost like there's a boundary, like there's a box that is then created, and then it's like, okay, now I need to be creative inside of these limitations.
Yeah, yeah. That's a cool way of looking at it. It's almost easier to work inside of a box like that rather than just like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna write a song. Like that's so broad.
Right.
Like you want to like kind of narrow it down. You'll have an easier time.
Yeah, and I think that yeah, it was really fun, and I think the really cool thing, and we can move on from the writing in a minute here, but the other cool thing that it's like was it was also just like so fun. Like I remember like viscerally like it was so just like, we're, like you said, we were making each other laugh, and like it was like the way to tell whether a joke was landing or a line was landing was like literally like if we were laughing at it. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun. And then we did a really shitty demo that night, I think, on using my Mac, and I just like, it was late at night, so I was also like, I had like a sore throat or scratchy throat, and I just threw on like shitty auto tune, and then like just loosely had like a bass track. I think
I
I
remember
threw
that
down
demo.
a bass track, yeah, and then just played and sang shittily with it, and that was just kind of the proof of concept. And then I guess we moved on to kind of tracking the rest of it. I did the majority of the, well, and also here, let me add this in. You know, I tracked a lot of the guitars and instruments and stuff for the thing, but we wrote the instrumental parts together too.
Yeah. We both had a hand in like definitely the writing of the instrumental as well. We were both sitting there with you had your bass, I had my guitar, and you pulled out your guitar at one point too. We were definitely messing around with that together.
Yes.
Yes.
And it was all like, yeah, so we wrote like the instrumental parts together, and then I kind of took it for a few days, and then I kind of tracked things out and laid it out. And then we had a vocal session, you know, not too long after. I mean, it couldn't have been more than, 2 weeks, I imagine.
We did our vocal sessions in costume as well to get pumped for it, I want to add.
Oh my God, I forgot about that detail. Shit.
I think I have a video of like the recording of that somewhere.
That's so funny. You should send that to me. I gotta check that out.
I'll send that to you.
That's awesome. I love that. And then yeah, we tracked all the vocals for that, and then I probably mixed and mastered that over the next week or so, or I don't even really, again, timeline. I'm not known for my good memory. But
good, dude.
I want to say it was like a week or two of mixing and mastering, and we locked it in, and then we sat on it for a couple months. Is there anything else you want to add before we get into music video part?
No, I could tell you because I weirdly remember like numbers sometimes. It was I have it as like, take me back 11/18/2024. So we finished that shit like late November. And then we've just been sitting on it since. And then we were like, dude, how soon can we release this video? Like, what can it take? So initially, we were going to do the video remotely, like how we do everything else. Because that was the quicker option. I wasn't sure when I would be able to come visit. So we next we planned out the shots.
Right. And that was the two of us sitting down with like a Google Doc and literally just listening to the song and pausing with every single line and going, what do we want to be on screen here or whatever, and kind of blocking out every visual gag and element that we wanted on it. And again, it's like, I'm, very fortunate and grateful to work with you as a creative partner, because I feel like you and I, like 9 times out of 10 are like, it's so in lockstep when it comes to a vision of how we want to execute things creatively. And I think that the two of us are very also inspired by a lot of the similar things, especially when it comes to like comedic music. I mean, the two of us both loved as teenagers, like the old Ninja Sex Party music videos.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We both love like Weird Al and like Weird Al stuff and videos and things like that. And a lot of those inspirations, I think, kind of shine through. I think specifically what we ended up doing with a lot of the green screen moments in our video. There are a couple of them that to me, I feel like are very NSP coded a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Those green bits, I think definitely NSP was the inspiration.
Definitely. And so we sat down and again, I think in one evening, really kind of planned out everything that we wanted to do for the video. And again, this was all under the assumption at the time that we were going to do it completely remote, that everything was going to be filmed on a green screen. And that was what we were going to do. But then I think we both just got busy. What was it? Because we tried recording one thing with you remote and we had the footage for it.
Yeah.
And then maybe I just got busy. Do you remember what happened there?
I think you had a lot of like work outside of what we were doing for sure, like outside of Backslash, even though Backslash should be like a top priority. And no, I'm kidding.
I've been meaning that we have to have a long talk after this podcast, okay?
I'm putting my foot down.
Where's Wario World Episode 5?
But yeah, no, life got busy, and for me too. And like also we are like doing the channel where it's like, oh, we need stuff for this week, so we should probably like do the baby video last, because like it's not going to be coming out like anytime soon. Like, oh, okay, yeah, true, and so it just became harder to find time. And then eventually this is like, should we just do it in person? Should we just do like and your buddy Adam came through. Our buddy Adam, like he killed it like on the camera work. Like he's great with it.
He's fantastic. So you came to visit, and I remember we had a call like before you came to visit, and long story short, like we had some plans to maybe like record and do some other stuff, but I think we were both kind of in agreement. It was just like, we have to get this music video done, and that is priority number one. And if nothing else gets done except for this music video, that's fine, because we just need to get the shit out. We've been sitting on it for too long. Let's just get her done. As the old Larry the cable guy, is that his name?
That's right.
As Toe Mater once said, get her done. So you came, and we planned out. We had full outfits. I mean, you guys have seen the video.
Hopefully
pretty much all those shots were pretty much all the shots in that were executed kind of just how we drew them up. And like you just said, our buddy Adam, shout out to my buddy Adam Coe. He's an absolute legend. I've been doing a lot of work with him for years. I mean, I've known him since I was a teenager. We do a lot of creative work together. He and I have a comedy music project out there you can go check out. Fishing for Compliments by Brink. You can check that out on streaming platforms if anyone's interested.
Check it out. It's good.
And then it's good. And he's a fantastic photog, but also just videographer as well. He's just really talented with the camera. So we had this parking garage that we drove to, and we scouted this location that's a parking garage, and Adam met us there, and he brought his drone as well as his full camera rig with the gimbal and everything, and we just executed, man. It was really fun.
Yeah, so fun. We got pretty much, again, like everything filmed except for maybe a couple shots we needed for like green screen stuff in one day. Again, like we filmed the most of the green screen stuff in the morning, and then met up with Adam in the evening and got all that B-roll on top of that parking garage. It was another, like, just, I was impressed with our turnaround moment.
It's crazy, right? And unfortunately, it's did you just hear my voice there? That was crazy.
Yeah.
The nature of what we're doing at this point is that we are remote, and that is totally okay. But if the day ever comes around where that's not the situation anymore, the output on Backslash for stuff like this is probably going to be a lot higher, because you think about it because then we probably spent a day to a day and a half editing the thing, all the post-production, right? And that's going all the way from compositing all the green screen work, scrubbing through all of the B-roll footage that we took, scrubbing through all the you know, planned shots, and then also, you know, color correction, doing all that kind of stuff, making small tweaks as we go. That was like a day or day and a half, right? So I mean, from soup to nuts, right? We're talking about
Yeah.
what, 5 days, 6 days, if you go all the way from like initially writing to
Oh.
final product.
I was gonna say, yeah, like with everything included, yes. Because I'm thinking like I think I spent 3 whole days over, and I left like on the 4th day, and we had it uploaded like the night of the before I left.
Yeah,
like
totally.
We just got it out like after it's like we gotta get this done, we gotta get it out because like we were both equally very excited about it, like we had fun making it, and yeah, I just wanted to have it out there.
Absolutely. And then nobody watched it. It was great.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding.
People watched it. We would like for more people to see it. So if you like it, you know, maybe show your friends. I don't know.
Maybe share it with some people. I don't know. No,
like,
but we
comment
it was
and share.
Exactly. But no, we did get a couple hundred views on a couple hundred hits.
We got hits.
But no, we got an overwhelmingly positive response from, you know, a lot of the people who frequent the channel or come check us out regularly, and both in you know, on the video itself, and in, you know, I have a Discord server where there's a lot of Backslash related content too, which I guess I'll plug really quick.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested, we have well, I guess it's technically mine, but there's a lot of Backslash stuff, like I said.
I'm
but
there
it's
sometimes.
It's called Spenceroni's Potluck. Maybe I'll put a link to it in the description. Come join, come hang out. We got a lot of fellow Backslash fans and just good folks and good jokes and fun creative times.
Fun for all. No, it is fun.
For all.
It is a fun Discord server, if I may say.
Yes. And the response to the video from the kind folks there, and you know, also just on the video in general was really positive. And I think that was also something you and I said too, is like, listen, man, you know, there's a chance we could be putting in all this work and effort to it, and it really doesn't, you know, get many views. But that being said, like, I think our bare baseline hope for the video was that the people who have been watching the channel watch this thing and greatly enjoy it. Hopefully, if they're already kind of in line with our sense of humor and our dynamic, and they're fans of us and what we do, the hope is that they really, really dig it.
Yeah, and that'd be enough for me, honestly. I'm like, well, thank you for anyone who watched it, and if you enjoyed it,
Yes.
like that, we appreciate you.
1,000,000%.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's more or less the story of that song and music video. I think
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong here, I think we'll definitely do more silly songs and videos probably in the future. I think doing that was
I would fucking love to, bro. Yes. Yeah, we
Yes.
definitely should. And yeah, just keep your eyes peeled.
keep your eyes peeled. It's so fun to make stuff like that together. So I think at the baseline, it's just, we'll probably do it again because it is just a fun way. It's just a fun thing to do when we hang out.
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, it is fun. I am definitely down to do more.
Amazing. Yeah, so that's that. I don't know. Do you want to, I didn't prep anything, but do you want to do a little music recommendation of the week and then we wrap up the episode?
Oh, yeah, dude. Let me look at what I've been listening to.
Dude, me
do
too.
like a
If you
quick
want, I
little
can.
thing.
Yeah, if you want, I can snag it first.
Yeah, take the lead.
So you have a little time to
brother.
check. Okay, cool. Let me look through my liked really quick. Okay, I have one.
Okay.
My recommendation this week, which is one that I think I've shown you, is a song called "Nice to You" by Wolfman and Jacob Jeffries.
Oh, yeah, yes, I do know that.
Really fun tune. Anyone who's familiar with the band Wolfpack will be familiar with the sound. It's the guy Jack Stratton, I believe, from Wolfpack. He's on keys and kick and hi-hat, I believe. And then Jacob Jeffries is the main vocalist, and he sings this song that it's got a little bit of harmony to it that seems kind of vaguely jazzy, I guess. So it's an interesting feel. It's a good feel. But then the crazy thing is that Jacob Jeffries has this crazy pop punk affectation, bringing it full circle to our music video, where he's like, "I'm nice to you." Like, it's very that kind of sound. Two worlds collide in a really bizarre way that works. And it's really entertaining. And then just fun fact for any of my cartoon nerds out there, Jacob Jeffries is also known. He wrote and performs my superhero movie from the Teen Titans Go movie.
Oh, that's right. Dude, that shit's sketchy. You showed me that.
Yes. That song, I adore that song. I think I heard the song first. I'm not really a Teen Titans Go fan or a Teen Titans fan really that much in general. I used to like the old show, but it was never really that crazy into it. And I listened to that song a bunch, and I was like, I was listening to the production of it, the orchestration. I was like, dude, this shit fucking rocks. And that actually made me watch the movie. And lo and behold, the song was probably the best part of the movie. Like, it was,
so the takeaway is like, I really like that song.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, it's funny, man.
Yeah. So Nice to You by Wolfman and Jacob Jeffries. That is my pick of the week.
Pick of the week.
What about you, brother?
Dude, I'm gonna go with a Stevie Wonder tune.
Ooh.
I am a big Stevie guy. Love his music. A song that I really like of his. There is a 5-minute version and there's a 10-minute version. I like both. I've chosen both. Like, I've chosen the 10-minute one if I have time. Like, it depends on like what my time frame is, but I listen to it a lot. It's called Do I Do.
Do I Do?
Do I Do? It's just such a fun song. It's like, again, I'm going with the oldies and like the big horn section, but like I can't help what I love.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely.
It's just a fun song. Cool chord progression, a lot of energy. Yeah. No, great bass line too.
Amazing.
I recommend it. And that's
I recommend it. And that's my music pick of the week.
Pickety wee.
Incredible.
Oh, hold on. I have a technical difficulty. Let me fix it really quick. Okay, we're good. Guys, welcome back to episode 4 of the Backslash podcast. We're so glad to have you here.
So happy to have you. Thank you, guys. Guys, thank you for tuning in. This has been the Backslash podcast.
Bye.